vicious and no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody who's I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me.
I'm Teofimo Lopez, 11-0, 9 KOs. The best to do it right now in the game is to take over. Shout out to BN Boxing News.
Hey, Lewis Continue. I'll be at welterweight champ of the world. Everybody go follow BN Boxing News.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, I'm here to talk to you about the fight yesterday. Shucks. I mean, they had a piece of everything. Where do I start first? Let me start off first with the Jesus Ramos versus Erickson Lubin. I hate to use the word robbery, but if there was a time where I could say there was a robbery in boxing, I would have to say last night displayed it. I mean, everyone in the room was wondering what they just saw. I had to explain it to the casuals that, hey, this is just boxing. This is just something that happens in boxing. Nothing you can do about it. It's been happening since the beginning of time. This is just boxing. We saw how Jesus Ramos commanded the ring, landed at will, and all he simply did is take a couple of rounds off later in the fight, and they determined that the fight belonged to Lubin. It was a unanimous decision. So all three judges thought the same thing. Lubin won the fight. Jesus Ramos landed the cleanest shot. I mean, he was just that guy last night, and for some particular reason, you know, the judges thought that Lubin did most of the work or did the better work in the ring. Jesus Ramos, man, was just landing at will on this guy, man, and still lost the decision. If I was Lubin, I would take that gift and run with it, man. I wouldn't rematch Jesus Ramos because I don't think Lubin could beat that guy. Jesus Ramos, for some reason, just seemed like he was way more bigger than Lubin too in the ring, man. He looked way more bigger. He looked way more stronger. I mean, just everything just going in his direction. And I didn't think that, you know, there was a way that Lubin could have pulled it off, man. Lubin looked like he even knew that he didn't win the fight, man. Even when they gave him the victory, he looked shocked. Like, shit, okay, this boxing's for real. But I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. But shame on boxing. I'm embarrassed to say that this is the sport that I love. I was brought upon watching, you know, because that's not a good look for boxing, man. It's a sore eye. Because think about all the odds and bets and everything that was out there last night. You know, that shit didn't look good, didn't feel good. You know, I wouldn't want a victory like that, man. If it was just a lopsided victory, that shit, you know, I know there's no way Lubin could go home tonight, could went home last night and slept good, thinking in his mind that he really beat Jesus Ramos, man. Jesus Ramos, I mean, did what he had to do in the ring last night to be the victor, and he wasn't, man. And like I said, once again, shame on boxing. You know, that was a straight robbery, and it gave Erickson Lubin the gift. Erickson Lubin, I mean, he's been boxing since he was a young man, straight out of high school, and he used to be called the Hammer. Just hadn't been that hammer lately. I mean, he just hadn't been lowering the hammer. You know, he just has to figure it out, man. He's now one of the older guys in the ring now, man. He got to go in there and do what he's supposed to do. You know, he let the young boy go in there and pretty much command the ring. Young man was coming towards him. You know, he was the aggressor. You know, when I said the aggressor, I was talking about Ramos. You know, he was the aggressor. I mean, shit. I can't give Lubin. The only thing I can say about Lubin is he didn't let the little boy put him on the canvas, and he lasted all 12 rounds. And with that, you know, he did just that. All he had to do was last. And in boxing, it's all you have to do sometimes to get the damn victory. You know, but the entire crowd, everybody in the building was shocked. They couldn't believe what they just saw, what they just witnessed, and that comes with the territory, man. That comes with boxing, man. I hate to be the one to lay that shit out there like that. But let me go to the next fight, man. Mario Barrios versus Ugas, man. Ugas, once again swole up. I'm hoping he didn't have another injury to that eye, man. Errol Spence damaged Ugas' eye in their last meeting last year when they fought, and you know broke his orbital bone, and looking like he re-injured that eye, man. And you know, all I have to say about Ugas is he's gonna have to hang it up, man. He's 37 years old. That eye, man, he continue to fight like that, he's gonna go blind in that eye. He needs to go ahead and hang it up, bro. Mario Barrios looked real good last night. Pause. I mean, he was the bigger guy in the ring. Looked like last night. Pause. And he did what he was supposed to do. He was boxing a fucking boxer, bro. You know, he was boxing him, bro. Mario Barrios did what he was supposed to do. He was just putting that fucking jab on fucking Ugas. Straight to that eye all night. And that shit came to fruition, and guess what? That fucking eye fucking swole up, and Ugas couldn't do nothing. He couldn't see. And the doctors was coming back to the ring, you know, like they were doing with Errol Spence, and I thought they were going to stop that bitch, but they did good. And he was able to finish out the fight, man, and Mario Barrios did come out the victor. You know, that was a good fight. It was a good win for Mario Barrios. A good fucking win for his resume. Defeating Udonis Ugas. That was a good freaking win for him. So, I mean, he's up there now. I mean, you gotta go get him. I mean, right now, I guess he's trying to place himself in contention for a champion. Because as soon as Terrence Crawford let them belts go, if he let those belts go and move up, you know, I think they did enough to place himself in a good position. I think he did enough to put himself in a good position by beating a guy like Ugas. But we'll have to wait and see, man. And for the fight of the night, what's going on with your Money TV? What's going on with your brother? Man, the fight last night was lit, bro. I'm going to tell you something, man, because I was getting ready to talk about that Charlo fight any damn way. Charlo did what I said he was going to do. Charlo had too much respect for him. He had respect for him leading up to the fight, during the fight. You can't beat a man, dog, when you respect a man like that, bro. He just seemed like he fought scared last night. He fought scared. He didn't want to let his hands go. That Charlo was a shell of a Charlo, dog. They ain't the same dude that we used to look at. The lions only. You know, the lions do a lion attack his prey. That dude was not a lion last night. It was a fucking cub. You know what I'm saying? We all in that bitch last night saying, get him, Charlo, get him. But Charlo did let his hands go. He had some success. Look, that boy, Canelo stand right in front of you, man. Canelo stand right in front of you. Canelo beating his arms beating Charlo's arms all night. Hitting to the body, just coming at him, man, between rounds, standing up. He had no respect for Charlo. He had no respect for Charlo, but Charlo had all the respect in the world for him. What type of shit is that? Man, come on, man. That fight last night, man. Charlo is almost like, you know, dude, man, Canelo knew that Charlo was a smaller guy. He knew that he was up the ring 14 months. He knew that he ain't gonna be able to handle my power. I think in one of the later rounds, man, Charlo had to catch a knee. Good move though, Charlo. Good move, Jamel. Good move. Taking that knee was a good move because he had got hit flushed right to the face it looked like it was a fucking straight right, and he took a knee. You know, because he knew if he didn't take a knee, there's gonna be a whole bunch more coming with that shit. So he got out of fucking Dodge, man. They got on that fucking knee, and he recouped. So he had a heart of a champion, bro, but he just didn't do what he was supposed to do last night. But the Brown said Canelo hit him with that power. I know he felt that fucking power. Once he felt that power, dog, he was like, oh no, this ain't for me, bro. I done been too much. It made him get his mind right, boss. Yeah, dog. I mean, that was. Hey, bro. That's why I tell everybody, bro. There's weight classes for a reason. You should not go up 2 weight classes. You have to get your body acclimated. I mean, he hit Canelo some clean shit, and it did not budge Canelo. His power Charlo's power definitely didn't transcend, bro. The last person I seen Canelo fight like that was fucking Chavez Jr., where he just stood between rounds and just came at him every round with no respect. That motherfucker treated Charlo like he treated fucking Chavez Jr. That's a straight disrespect. I mean, he wasn't even taking breaks between rounds for you, bro. Oh, man. Like I say, man, that shit last night, man, that's just... I mean, I hope he did it for the bag and got what he got, the money. I will say this, though. Jamel Charlo didn't take much damage. At least it didn't look like he took much damage. So I don't think he'll have long-term damage from that particular fight. I think he'll be able to go back down to 154 and do what he's supposed to do. Carry out the onslaught to the rest of those little youngins in 154. You know, I think he just grabbed the bag. Now he's going back down and fight the Tim Zoos and the Jose Ramoses and all the rest of them youngins down there. But nah, man, that shit there pissed me off, man. To see, he didn't want, Jamel didn't want to let his hands go. He was scared that he was going to get caught with a punch in between, during the stages and shit. I mean, that Canelo power must really be real, because I ain't going to lie to you, bro. He didn't want to get caught during exchanges. He didn't want to get caught, man. And I just hate to see when a man have no respect for you and just try to run over you and break your fucking will. That's all Canelo was trying to do. I'm going to break this motherfucker's will. I'm going to walk right through him. I ain't got to take no break. I got him. He's a little 154-pounder, and I'm going to treat him as such. And guess what? That's what Canelo did to Charlo, bro. That shit didn't look like he even like Jamel even belonged in there, bro. That shit looked bad. We got to start choosing our fights more wisely, man. I mean, like again, I'll say it again. If he did it for the bag, cool, fuck it. You accomplished the mission by lasting 12 rounds and not sustaining a lot of damage. If that was your mission. And I got to give shout out to Derrick James for telling Jamel Charlo the truth. Put it all on the line, you lose it. He didn't bullshit him in the fucking corner. He was giving him directions. It don't look like Jamel was following the directions. Jamel seemed like, man, look, I know you telling me to do this, that, but man, this shit not working, or it ain't gonna work. Not when you're in there. So I'm gonna just fight to survive and not take a lot of damage, and that's what the fuck he did. I mean, kudos to Jamel for getting the bag. That's, like I say, that was his mission. But Canelo Alvarez fought a hell of a fight. I mean, the same old bullshit coming straight at you, trying to beat your arms, trying to beat your body. I mean, that shit worked for little niggas, bro, for little dudes. When he fight the big balls or the fucking bear or Peterbier, which one call him, that shit ain't gonna work. And he knows that. And that's why he's staying away from danger. If he fight the fucking Benavidez, that shit not gonna work. He is built to fight little dudes, bro. When I say little dudes, I mean dudes that light in the ass. You know, Canelo fought like a fucking bully last night, bro. He fought like a bully. That was some bully shit that he did to Jamel. And like I said, he had Jamel scared. He touched up Jamel very early in the fight, bro. And Jamel was a fucking afraid of him, dog. Jamel didn't even want to let go, bro. Jamel was scared. If I try to hit him, he might counter and knock me out. So I think it looked like Jamel just thought about getting knocked out the entire fight. And he was scared. He was shaking. He was probably just so happy. Guess what? I graced the ring with Canelo Alvarez, one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. You know, I was afraid there was going to be one of those kind of fights, and guess what it was? It was one of those type of fights where motherfucker was just happy to be there. I'm just happy to be here. That's what it looked like, Jamel was saying. I'm just happy to be here. Motherfucker, we wanted to see you fight last night, bro. Like I told everybody in the fucking room with me when we were watching the fight, I say, listen, who gonna win? Charlo. Excuse me, Canelo. Canelo gonna win. But I want Charlo to win. Motherfucker was looking at me crazy. I said, listen, I want Charlo to win, but Canelo Alvarez will beat him. And I said that before the fight, I said it during the fight. Charlo has too much respect for him. It seems that he's scared of him. It's almost like if I talk shit to this man, he gonna pull out the fight, or the fight not gonna happen. I don't know what it was. Or he probably was on that shit. I don't want to talk too much shit because I already know I'm gonna lose. For some reason, he didn't give himself nothing. So I ain't give him nothing either. You know, it was one of those type of things, man, where, you know, we all wanted him to be the old Jamel, the Lions only, the shit talker, that I'm gonna beat your ass type dude. But he wasn't. The only thing I saw in reference to his whole Jamel Charlo and Canelo Alvarez fight was him and his brother, man, looking like they were still together and they were still family. That's the only thing I got out of that whole fight that I liked. You know, and I heard motherfuckers, oh, Derrick James taking all these L's. Derrick James didn't take no fucking L, boy. That man went up 2 weight classes, motherfuckers. 2 weight classes with a bag. That's all that shit was right there, man. He wanted to get in there, fight one of the best. One of the faces of the box, a lot of damage. And then he said he was gonna come back down and do what he's supposed to do. And if that was his goal, I think he accomplished his goal. But I didn't see where he got beat up like that, and I think that he'll still be able to go back down and do what he's supposed to do. You know, I'm gonna put like I'm gonna give it a whole new name. He ain't taking no Ugas. Ugas, you know, Ugas is damaged goods. Ugas needs to retire, sail off to the sunset. 37 years old anyway. I mean, I hope he got a nice bag for that fight. He needs to sail off into the sunset. I don't want to see that man fight again. You know, it's a wrap for him, bro. It's just that fucking eye, man. That pissed me off, man. I don't like to see people take long-term damage like that. You know, long-term damage, man. Fuck, man. You got to wear bifocals. Like, Man, you don't want to re-injure a fucking eye, man. That's fucking dangerous. I mean, these dudes, man, where are your corners, man? When you get injured like that, your corners don't throw in the fucking towel. Damn, bro, all this going on in your shield, man. I get it, but once you get an old injury like that, to flame up on you like that, man, fuck that, man. Look, I had to save my fighter's eye. So much, I don't know, man. I just been trying to figure it out. It could be me. It could be me. But let me pivot back to the main event, man. Charlo last night, bro. But motherfucker said he didn't fight scared. Motherfucker said that he did not have too much respect for Charlo. He don't know what he's talking about. You got to go into a fight or into a war, regardless of knowing if you can beat that person. You got to go in that bitch like, I tell you a person who did that. If you was old enough to see the Holyfield versus Mike Tyson, look at Holyfield's ring walk to the ring versus Mike Tyson. The boot in his mouth, like we call it in New Orleans. Holyfield looked like he had some fucking shit in his mouth. When I say shit, I mean caca, literally. He had a boot in his fucking mouth so hard walking to the ring to where when we saw Holyfield, we said, ooh, this dude was coming to fight. Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, is in trouble. And like I say, when I say a boot in his mouth, it's just that look he had. And I mean, he came to fight, dog, and he beat the shit out of Mike Tyson, bro. That's how you supposed to go to a fight. With it on your mind, even though that man may be the baddest motherfucker on the planet. You supposed to go in that bitch like, man, who the fuck, man, who you think you is? When I had street fights back in the day, I used to go in that bitch like that too. Street fights back in the day be premeditated. Now y'all young punks got guns and shit, so fuck you can't premeditate no fucking fight, they gonna shoot you. While you trying to fight, you gonna pull that fucking gun in his trousers and they gonna hit your ass up. You gonna clear the fucking rum on your fucking ass. So no. But I'm just saying, back in the day, we throw hands, man, I'm gonna get this motherfucking third period. And you can see me walking up to that motherfucker with that look on my face. Now, boy, you walk up to a nigga, boy, third period or whatever period you want, that motherfucker had that thing on him. Boy, look, better go ahead on. But Charlo did what he was supposed to do. I heard, matter of fact, last night, man, I'm hearing Big Charlo, Jabal Charlo is supposed to be fighting little David, not David Benavidez, the brother, man, the same one that Palmer beat up. He's fighting the Benavidez brother, man. On the same night, his brother's fighting Andrade. So that's gonna be some nice fights, man. That's gonna be some nice fights. But all I'm saying is when you come in, and it goes to this right here goes to Jamel Charlo, Aerosmith. Y'all fighting the biggest fight of your life, or prior to fighting the biggest fight of your life. Take a page from Tyson Fury. Do a tune-up. Prior to. That's how you elevate, man. You do a tune-up, fight a motherfucker that's not quite as dangerous, just to test out some shit, and then you go to that big-ass fight. These dudes go straight to the biggest fights of their life without tune-ups, man, and that shit don't end well. And then yet, motherfuckers want to blame Derrick James. Derrick James got nothing to do with those decisions, man. His fighters do that shit. His fighters got a lot of cojones, bars, and they take these big-ass fights without tune-ups, after a long-ass layoff, knowing that their rhythm is off, knowing that their timing is off, just knowing that they just hadn't, done a match in a long duration of time, bro. They go into these big ass fights like that, bro, and the results is not good. Because I'm a fan of boxing, man, I don't like to see a fighter that I respect lose in such a manner where they can't even defend themselves sometimes. That's my whole deal, bro. I like to see a competitive fight. When you're a real true fan of the sport, you want to see a competitive fight. You want to see a fucking fight where you be like, man, who won this bitch? And everybody in the room arguing about who won. When you watching a fight and it's a clear victor, you clear this motherfucker whipping it from round 1 to round 12. There ain't no way you belong in that motherfucking ring. That ain't no fight. That's a casual dude, a casual person like some bullshit like that. I like to watch the science, the art of boxing, bro. The art of hitting them, not getting hit, and defending yourself, and trading shots, and fucking countering, and just jabbing the motherfucker in his face all night, hooking him up. That whole shit, moving around the ring, pacing yourself, just doing what you're supposed to do. And man, we didn't see that last night, bro. We seen the motherfucker getting walked down all night. Getting walked down. And yes, he had some success in spots, but come on, man. That shit wasn't even fucking phasing Canelo, man. That's where I'm coming at. His little success, hitting him the little pee-wee shots, that shit did not do shit to Canelo. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Look out for your boy, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you hadn't subscribed to the channel. Being Boxing News on the motherfucking wheels of steel. Man, I couldn't sleep last night. Shit. Watching this fucking shit, man. But again, he should have made it known to us. Look, I'm just trying to get a bag. And I think if I understood it like that, bro, I wouldn't have been so into this fight. Yes, I knew he was gonna lose, but I thought he was gonna put up a better fight, at least. I thought he was gonna put up a better fight. Yes, did he show he had a heart of a champion? Yeah, he showed he had a heart of a champion. When he took that knee in that late round fucking 8 or 9, 10, whatever the fuck it was, he was able to fight back, clinch, do what he was supposed to do, yes. At that point in time, you ain't know no better, you knew then, this motherfucker can fight, this motherfucker's a champion, this motherfucker, he knew how to recover. That's how you can tell the motherfucker know how to fight, bro. It ain't all about just throwing hands, it's about recovering, it's about clinching, it's about using tactics to where you can live to sit around. He did those things. He did some things that he was supposed to do. It was some good shit. But I just expected more. I expected more. But it's all good though, man. And I appreciate everybody who gave me this motherfucker today, man, support. Thank you very much, Money Brown TV. You already know, man. I salute you, my brother. I salute you, my brother. You know that already. All love over here, man. All love over here. I'm just kind of shocked that Jamel just let this man just knock on his door, kick down the fucking front door, and took all his fucking food. And he ain't even trying to fight back, look like, bro. Look like he ain't having enough firepower to retaliate. That's how this shit look like to me. The big bad wolf. Yeah, when you look on the fucking CompuBox card, right, and all that type of shit, you see where Jabal had the longer reach, had the height. Canelo's shorter dude, shorter arms. He fight like that last. You was supposed to keep that bitch from a distance, jab, 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 move. Jab, jab, move. I know it was easy for me to say it. Fuck. But I'm sure Derek James pretty much was telling you something of sort. Keep that motherfucker at bay. Keep him on the outside and just move. Canelo Alvarez, I don't know if you saw it, but he didn't look like he was the same dude in the later round. He sure looked tired to me. He looked better than he normally looked, but he looked tired to me in the later rounds. And that was Jamel's chance to do what he was supposed to do, and I didn't think that he didn't do enough. He wasn't assured of himself. And again, I think all that came from having too much respect for the dude. Honoring the dude as the best fighter in the world and all that shit. It's just like you being in fucking same room with a celebrity. That's how he treated Canelo Alvarez last night. Like Canelo Alvarez was a fucking celebrity. And he was at awe to be in the same room with him. Fucking boxing ring with him. I can't believe this shit. And he didn't look, Jamel, like I said, Jamel didn't look like Jamel, man. Jamel looked like a small guy in there last night. He fought like a small guy. You know, he fought like somebody who just was afraid. You know, he didn't fight the typical way that we are used to seeing him fight, where he take command of the fucking ring. And he's the aggressor. He was not the aggressor last night, bro. Last night he was the motherfucker that looked like he was just trying to retreat all night. Like he didn't want none. He didn't want none. He was just retreating, you know, all night. Motherfucker looked like he just didn't want, like Canelo was bringing too much to him, bro. And that shit there, right there, man, it's just, you got the, man, fuck, bro. All I gotta say is this here. Start off by taking a fucking tune-up before you take a big major fight like that. And you have some fucking wit with yourself. And what I mean by that is, when you fight somebody, bro, that person could be better than you or whatever. You can't have too much respect for them. I'm not saying go in there automatically disrespect the man, though, but you gotta have it to where, man, I know you this to that, but I'm gonna spank your ass. And you just gotta have that, you know, with yourself, man, and what you're gonna do to it, and believe in your bullshit. He didn't look like he believed in his bullshit. And how you gonna expect me, as a boxing fan, to believe in a motherfucker who don't believe in himself? How you gonna want me to expect him to win if he don't expect for himself to win? And he fought like that. Not only spoke like that the entire time leading up to leading up to the fight and all the pressors, but he even fought like that. He fought just like the way he treated Canelo leading up to the fight, during the press conferences and all the extra shit. That's how he fought. He fought just like that. So was I surprised? Hell no. You look at any damn video I did on Canelo, Charlo, Jamel Charlo, you'll see that I said that exact same shit. I just wanted him to put up a little fight, though. Come on, man. Boxing enthusiasts, and I want to see a little bit of art. I want to see a little bit of fuck that. You know, I'm glad he didn't. Let me say this too, because I don't want to seem like a dude that just shit all over Jamel and motherfuckers start going at my throat, balls, and attacking me, because you know I attack back. Unlike Jamel, I fight back. I get back at your ass, me personally. But I want to say this. Regardless if he did it for the bad or not, I'm glad he ain't just laid down. Now, let me do say that shit. He man, what the fuck? He ain't laid down. I gotta get to him. The motherfucker did. He did fight. You know, he did. You know, last 12 rounds with a dude and then just laid down to get the bag. You know, there have been fights where motherfuckers just came in, and I can give you an example of one. The example of that is like they were like, oh, Canelo Alvarez came up for 160 to fight Sergey Kovalev. And Kovalev laid it the fuck down. That wasn't no fucking Kovalev. I don't care who said what, bro. Kovalev just got his bag. Kovalev got in that ring just to get his bag, bro, and got the fuck on out of there. I don't think I've seen Kovalev fight since then. So that was let me get my bag fight right there. So I'm just saying that I'm glad Jamel didn't do some shit like that. He could have done it. He could have done it to our ass. You know that already. You know, some motherfuckers just say, you know, but he knows that he'd have done it like that. He'd have never be able to recoup from that. People would have been shitting all over him, all over the internet. And it wouldn't have been a him and Terrence Crawford fight going forward. But I hope Terrence Crawford see that fighting a big ass dude like a Canelo ain't what's up, bro. Because man, nah, bro. Y'all know Jamel hits hard, and those fucking punches didn't bother that dude. It did not bother Canelo Alvarez, bro. It didn't bother him, bro. And you know that's the same shit he'll do to Terrence Crawford. Coming 3 weight classes up, nah. Terrence, don't do that shit, bro. Go up to 154 and clear that bitch up too and then retire. Fight Jamel and fight Tim Tszyu and then retire. That's one of the best to ever do it. Undisputed 3 weight classes. If you can do that, bro. But I say this to say this. We still got a lot of boxing last night, yesterday, and I appreciate that shit. I love to have my Saturdays, man, with family and good friends and watching some great boxing. And hopefully I can return to going to the fights like we used to do, man. They've been announcing these fights so late to the point where, you know, if you got a life, you got a career, if you got a real job, you can't attend these fucking fights. Because spur of the moment, I mean, I gotta put in for these days. I can't just take days off. I gotta put in for them. So yes, you know, they start announcing these fights like they used to do back in the day. I used to attend a lot of fights, you know, but now they don't announce these motherfuckers. They announce them like about 4 weeks ahead of the fight, which is too late for me to put in for a date. I need to put in for a date way ahead of time. You know, when you're in the healthcare field, these motherfuckers don't want to give you a day off as it is, so they don't want to give you a fucking day off. So if you want a day off, you better put that bitch in way in advance, because they'll find a reason to give you a day off. So I say all this, big man, still, we had some great fights on last night, and I definitely appreciate it, man. And thank everyone who tuned in, check me out. You know, hit me with the peace sign on your way out. Make sure y'all hit the like button before you go. Hit me with the peace sign, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all already know who this is. Y'all already know who this is. Nick will be in Box News, and I'm out here. Peace.